If you're buying a new truck, an old truck, a red truck, or a blue truck, there are so many different options for trim, interior, amenities, materials, engine options, you get the idea, that it can kind of just be a little bit frustrating trying to find the right vehicle. I know I hate vehicle shopping because it can just get so overwhelming with the options out there, and plus I honestly just get too excited to start my builds that I want to have the vehicle right then and there and not have to hunt for it. But I guess that's all part of the experience in building something. And regardless of shopping for a brand new truck or one with a few miles on it, you've got one thing to figure out once you nail down which make and model you're going for, and that's the trim package level that you want. I'm Junior with Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube, and today we have the top Chevy Silverado trim packages. So to start with a semi-modern truck, just for time's sake, we'll begin this with the GMT 800 platform. That is your 99 to 06 Silverados, both the roundy eye ones and the cat eyes. Yeah, if you didn't know, and I don't know where you've been, but they're the same body style. That's why I see people with like the roundy eye Tahoes do a cat eye front end swap. It's all the same, just like a little bit of a facelift. But anyways, the GMT 800 started with only a couple straightforward trim levels. You had your base model work trucks and your LSs. Yeah, that's it. Well, kinda. So there's also the LT trim package, but technically the LT trim is just an option for the LS trim level. The work trucks had bare bones features just to get you to and from the job site, and then the LS and LT options came packed with everything that you could want in 2001. The LSs had cloth bench seats to fit as many people as possible, while the LTs had a full center console, front buckets, and a rear bench. The LTs also had leather seats, 10-way adjustable power seats, and heated seats. Dustin has all of that fancy stuff in his LBZ, and let me tell you, it's pretty nice for 2007 features, considering all my vehicles are from the 90s. Base model started with the 4.3 liter V6 and could option up to a V8. LTs offered the standard 5.3 liter V8 that everyone finds in a junkyard to LS swap whatever box shell that they've been sitting behind the garage for the last 8 years on. And the 2500 HD LSs and LT models got the old 6 liter, which I pulled from a junkyard and swapped into my box that I've been sitting behind my garage for the last 8 years on. That's not quite how it actually went, but we'll just go with it, okay? In addition to the trim levels, you have the most popular Chevy package to add onto your truck, the Z71. This included everything from your typical trim, plus off-road suspension, aka some different upgraded shocks, plus some skid plates, a locking rear diff, specific all-terrain tires, fender flares, and fog lights. To be honest, I feel like I've seen more Z71s than not, so none of this is really crazy or rare or surprising, at least to me. Moving out of the 2000s, we get into the new BodyStyle Silverados. That's your 07 to 13 Silverados. Remember how LT was just an option under the LS trim on the previous BodyStyle? Chevy did the same thing when introducing their premium LTZ trim options. So LTZ became the best trim option for the LT trim level. Does that make sense? I hope so. Chevy did this from 2007 until 2011, and then realized that the LTZ was such a popular option that it became its own true trim package level in 2012. So you had the Mayan calendar expiring and the world ending while driving around in a fully optioned out Silverado LTZ. Hell f***ing yeah. The LTZ was an almost $9,000 upgrade and came with remote start, built-in garage door openers, folding mirrors, leather, heated rear seats, and a bunch of other little stuff like a heated windshield wiper fluid system and other random shit like that. When this body style first came out in 2007, prices looked a lot different than today's new truck pricing. WT work truck trim started at $17,800 for a basic truck with a bed and a radio and like a 4-speed trans and TPMS, because, you know, it was like a legality thing in 2007 that you just had to have it. As you go up through the trim levels, you really just take the LT trim and get more fancy with it. A fully optioned out Silverado in 2007 is still 10 grand cheaper than a 2021 WT Silverado, a fucking base model. That's insane to me. Moving on, 2014 comes along and we get introduced to more options for each trim level and, wait for it, and a new top tier trim package for the Silverado, the HighCountry. After many complaints from the people about the 2013 Silverado interior just kind of being subpar quality compared to all the major competitors, it was definitely time for Chevy to step up and come out with quality interiors, because, you know, you kind of spend a majority of your time in the truck, so it might as well be comfy and what you want. So some of the trim levels from previous generations were just WT, LS, LT, and that was about it. With the 14 to 18s, the specs got even more specific, with it going from 1 WT to 2 WT, LT, LTZ71, LTZ, and LTZ71, plus now the HighCountry trim. As technology has gotten better, there's just naturally more options to have on your truck. So you've got 5-inch screens versus 8-inch screens, massaging seats, Bluetooth, leather-wrapped interior pieces, the list just kind of goes on. With the introduction of the HighCountry, you see some insanely good-looking brown interiors, stepping into territory that I'd say King Ranch has kind of always been known for. Iconic saddle brown has now become a staple for every vehicle manufacturer at the top of their trim levels. So what's new for the brand new 2019 and up BodyStyle trucks? Can I just say, before we get into these, truck prices now are insane. I already talked about it, but you've got trucks that are literally double the price of 10-year ago trucks for new ones, and it's just kind of a lot. I don't know. But anyways, you still have your WT base model work trucks with available engine options from a 2.7 liter up to the classic 5.3 liter V8. Then you've got your custom trim, which honestly isn't bad for being one of like the lower level trims. I don't know, it's decent. You get a 7-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, 20s, remote start, and other basics. The only kicker is that it looks like Chevy only offers this in a 2.7 liter engine option. So once you upgrade one more trim level to the custom Trail Boss, you really open up with a 4.3 liter, 5.3 liter, and then the big old 420 horsepower 6.2 liter V8. This trim is geared for your off-roading with a 2-inch factory lift and plenty of options focused around the trails to ensure that you aren't left stranded. Then you've got your LT, which will have a slightly bigger screen, chrome accents, 17-inch wheels, remote start, a split front bench, and other typical features for a standard pick-em-up truck. Do you want it all painted to match instead of having chrome bumpers? Don't worry, there's a trim for that too. The RST trim is up next, and the only difference is the grille, bumpers, and door handles are painted to match. Banker bought it completely painted to match RST just to have the bumpers taken off and aftermarket ones painted and put on to match the color of the truck. Could you just imagine? I don't know. After the RST, you have the LT Trail Boss, which is just a fancier version of the custom Trail Boss with the same 2-inch lift and off-road ready package. Then you have the LTZ, which introduces chrome again and kind of like brings it into the mirrors and the belts just to give you a little bit more of a high-end feel. You also get 20-inch aluminum wheels, which don't really matter when you're going to slap a lift and some wheels and tires on it from Custom Offsets. You also get front bucket seats, a center console, and heated and vented front seats. Pretty comfy, looks good, has more features than you could even like have known you really wanted, but it's not the best of the best. You already know, I've been talking about it for the last 10 minutes, but the HighCountry is your best trim for the brand new Silverados. Let's just take a minute to appreciate this. The new HighCountries have all of the small details to put them on the top. The grille is probably one of the most noticeable, although subtle features that it's got. It's super clean and simple, but has like a cool bronzy chrome finish, and I just love how subtle it is, yet how good it looks. It's all in the fine details, okay? It's also got a power tailgate, front buckets, and a center console, plus 9 million sensors for park assist, lane assist, driving assist, blind zone assist, backing in a trailer assist, dating advice assist, and basically anything else you'd need help with. Consider the new HighCountry your wingman for pretty much anything. Obviously, the interior is the biggest difference you'll have with the HighCountries too. Although the touchscreen radio is only 8 inches and not crazy huge like the Rams and Teslas have, it's still plenty big, and I'd say it's pretty standard for a higher end trim level to have around like a 7 to 8 inch touchscreen. What it may not have in screen size, it definitely makes up for with interior color blocking and material choices. You can go all black if that's more your vibe for interiors, or you can choose the two-tone perforated leather option if you want a peanut butter brown and black color combo that looks like you're burnt toast in the morning. So whether you're a brave little toaster going for the 60K Silverado 1500 HighCountry or just want a base model cat-eye work truck with the 6.0 LQ4 in it, there's an option and trim level for any preference and budget. It's crazy to see how similar Silverado trim levels have been over the years, and that definitely makes it easy for Chevy enthusiasts as they upgrade over the years to kind of go with the same thing they always have and know what they want. In recent years, Silverado has offered the painted to match RST and HighCountry to focus on keeping up with the Joneses and not falling behind with lackluster interior options. What are your thoughts on Chevy interiors and trim options? Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe so we can talk about your favorite truck next. Peace.